Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about the architectural project process. So every architectural project is divided up into phases, and each of these phases is essential to getting the project completed. And the first of the phases is called pre-design, and that's all the stuff that you have to do before you start designing. Measuring the house, getting a survey done of the site, visiting the planning department, collecting information from the owners. It's all really important, and that's the first step. That's the first phase. The second phase is called schematic design, and that's when the actual design process starts. Usually you're testing the program, which means the program is the client's desires and wishes for the project, and you're testing it through the first couple of iterations of the schematic design, and you go through several iterations and come up with a final design that you like. After that, that's the second one. The third one is what we call design development phase. And in residential architecture, that's when we get the structural engineer involved. That's when we start selecting materials, selecting equipment that's going to be used. And each of those things will inform the schematic design, so you have to go back and kind of tweak it, revise it so that it still works. And then after you've finished design development, the fourth phase is construction documents. And these are what used to be called blueprints, or these are the drawings that you use to get a building permit and to give to contractors in order for them to bid. The fifth step then is to apply for the permit and to collect bids, and that's when you put the drawings out, you apply for your building permit and start that process, and send out the drawings to contractors so that you can collect bids. And sometimes you need to have a little bit of revision or more information added to the drawings during that process. And then the final step is construction, and that's the fun part, I guess. That's the sixth phase, and that's when we get to build the project. So again, the project process is divided up into 6 steps. The first one is pre-design, then schematic design, then design development, then construction documents, then permits and bidding, and finally construction. The process is never strictly linear. You never start at point 1 and go inevitably in a straight line to point 6. That never happens because the architecture and design in general is an iterative process, meaning you test ideas and circle back and test ideas and circle back. So really it's more like you start at pre-design and you go to schematic design and you kind of circle around a couple times and go back and circle around a couple times, and then you come to here and you circle around a bunch of times, and then you come back to here, and then you circle around, and then it comes to construction documents, and you circle and circle and circle and circle here, and sometimes you come back here, and then you come up to bids, and then you go to construction, and then you're finished. And so this is really more a diagram of the process than the straight line. But the fact that you divide the project into phases means that you're collecting information at a certain scale of work, general information, and the more general at this end and the more detailed at this end. And each of these phases is essential. Sometimes on a smaller project, schematic design and design development is one phase if it's a small project. And but in general, you start with pre-design and you move through all 6 of the phases to construction, and then you get the final happy house. And for more information about how to start your project and the architectural project phases, check out my books, The Project Planning Checklist and Working with an Architect. Both books are available on Amazon.com. If you enjoyed what's going on in this video, please click up here to subscribe or watch more videos over here.